There comes a moment in every life when the noise of the world grows too loud, when the opinions, the judgments, the endless comparisons claw at your mind like a storm tearing through glass. And in that moment you must decide, will you be shaped by the wind, or will you become the mountain that endures it? Self-mastery begins not in victory, but in stillness. It is the discipline to remain unmoved when everything around you demands a reaction. The world celebrates noise, speed, and chaos, but greatness is born in silence. It's in those quiet hours when no one is watching that the warrior builds his mind. The crowd chases validation. The master chases alignment. There is a sacred strength in standing alone. Because when you no longer need the world's applause, you start hearing your own truth. Most people fear solitude, mistaking it for loneliness. But solitude is not emptiness. It is the forge where character is created. Every man who has ever changed the course of history has first learned to sit with himself and win the battle within. To conquer others is strength, but to conquer yourself is power. That is the essence of mastery, not control over circumstances, but control over response. When insulted, the weak react. When challenged, the strong reflect. When defeated, the master learns. Every hardship, every loss, every betrayal, it all becomes fuel. Pain is not the enemy. Indifference is. Understand this. Emotions are wild horses. You cannot kill them, but you can learn to ride them. Anger, fear, envy, all are energies waiting to be directed. Most people let their emotions steer the chariot. The wise hold the reins. That is what separates the impulsive from the immovable, the ordinary from the extraordinary. You see, self-mastery is not perfection. It is the art of remaining centered when everything else spins out of control. It's the calm in the chaos, the pause between stimulus and reaction. The mind, once disciplined, becomes a fortress, untouched by gossip, unbroken by rejection, unshaken by failure. When you master yourself, the world loses its power to manipulate you. Advertisements can't seduce you. Critics can't destroy you. Praise can't blind you. You become dangerous, not to others, but to the system that profits from your weakness. Because a man who no longer seeks approval is a man who cannot be controlled. The world will test you. It will mock your silence. It will call your patience weakness and your calm indifference. Let them. The oak tree does not explain its strength to the wind. It simply stands, unbending, unshaken. Remember this. Discipline is not punishment. It is liberation. To do what must be done even when every fiber of your being begs for comfort. That is freedom in its purest form. Every great soul has walked this path, the lonely road of restraint, of focus, of relentless inner work. The Stoics called it apatheia, not apathy, but mastery over emotion. The Buddhists called it equanimity. The modern world may call it detachment. But in every language it means one thing: power, the kind of power that does not shout, does not flex, does not seek to dominate, but simply is. Your task is not to escape the storm, it is to become the still point within it. When chaos surrounds you, breathe. When anger burns through your chest, observe. When fear whispers, "You can't," answer, "Watch me." Because the mind that can observe itself is no longer a prisoner. It is a king on its throne. You were not born to be tossed around by circumstance. You were born to stand unmoved, to anchor your purpose so deeply that no wave can uproot it. The goal is not comfort, it is clarity. Not applause, but alignment. And when you finally stand in that rare silence within yourself, when no opinion can shake you, no failure can define you, no success can corrupt you, you will understand what true strength feels like. It's not the roar of dominance, but the quiet pulse of certainty. You won't need to prove yourself anymore, because you will have already won the hardest war. the one against your own weakness. That is the paradox of self-mastery. It makes you powerful enough to choose humility. When you no longer chase control, you find peace. When you stop running from fear, you find courage. When you let go of needing love, you become love itself. You begin to see the world as it is, not as your wounds paint it. And that is where freedom begins. Not outside, but within. The modern world teaches you to build empires of achievement. The ancient ones taught us to build empires of the soul. Because without discipline, all success is hollow. Without awareness, all ambition becomes a trap. The man who owns himself owns everything, even if he has nothing. There will come a day when you will stand before the mirror and realize that no one is coming to save you. No mentor, no friend, no lover. It's just you. And that moment, if you have the courage to face it, will ignite something immortal inside you. A quiet fire that cannot be extinguished by doubt or delay. That fire is purpose. That fire is your higher self calling you home. So rise, not with noise, but with intent. Train your mind until it obeys you. Guard your peace as a warrior guards his sword. Let every emotion pass through you without breaking you. Be the eye of the hurricane, the stillness that commands the storm. Stand alone, stand unmoved, and in your silence let the world feel your power.